Today we will embark on a train journey, going back in time to the early days of the Indian railways, when tracks were barely a few years old and railway stations were nothing more than small shelters. So let's get ready for the journey ahead by getting the body comfortable. Lying down on your bed, hug your knees into your chest and rock gently from side to side. You feel the lower back relax. Just a few more gentle rocks. And now you settle into your most relaxing sleeping position. As you adjust the arms and legs, you find yourself on a train in the hills of Darjeeling. You hear the sounds around you, and the sound of the train feels like music to your ears. You listen to it as if you're enjoying a symphony.
Roti puri bhaji, roti puri bhaji, idli vada uttappam biryani pongal curd rice, idli vada uttappam biryani pongal mosaranna.
The repetitive sound of the train is almost meditative, and you listen to it intently, but with detachment. The cause and effects of the sounds are of no interest to you.
Chai, garam garam chai, kahi kahi coffee. Chai chai, garam garam chai, coffee coffee coffee. Chai chai, garam garam chai, water water cool drinks. Chai, garam garam chai, kahi kahi coffee. Chai chai, garam garam chai, coffee coffee coffee. Chai chai, garam garam chai, water water cool drinks.
And now you feel your body completely relax and settle in to the comfort of your berth. Grateful that your fellow passengers have also settled in. You can feel the cool air flowing from the open window, which is a relief. You enjoy the breeze and feel that it's getting cooler and cooler as the speed of the train picks up. And then the train starts to pull uphill, and you feel it slowing down. And with it, the warmth of the midsummer air replaces the coolness that you just felt. And the compartment suddenly feels like a hot box, burning hot. Thankfully, the train begins to speed up again, and you feel the breeze once more. The weather now feels perfect, neither hot nor cold. You immediately feel relaxed and at ease again. The fingers of your right hand are comfortable and relaxed. The hand is relaxed. Your right wrist, your forearm, the right elbow, the right upper arm, your shoulder, and your right armpit. You feel the right arm completely relaxed. Your right arm is completely relaxed. You feel the right side of your chest and your belly. The right hip. The right thigh. The back of your thigh. The right knee. The right calf muscles. The front of the calf muscles. The right ankle. The right heel. The right foot. And the right toes. You notice the right leg is completely relaxed. You feel the entire right side of your body. It's totally relaxed. You begin to notice the left fingers. You observe that they are already very relaxed. The left hand, the wrist, the left forearm is relaxed, the elbow, the upper arm is relaxed, the shoulder, and the left armpit. You feel the entire left arm completely relaxed. You notice the left side of your chest and your belly. The left hip and the thigh. The left knee is soft. The left calf muscles and the front of the calf muscles. The left ankle. The left heel. The left foot. And the left toes. The entire left leg is relaxed. Now you observe that your entire back is relaxed. So is your neck and your head. After the last hour of lugging your stuff around the station, the arms and the shoulders are relieved and totally relaxed. Your face is relaxed. You do not feel the need to communicate with your fellow passengers and that makes you feel mentally relaxed. Your whole body feels at ease. You are safe. The compartment is not sufficiently well lit to allow you to read with comfort. And even if they were, the jolting would render it almost impossible, as the track is not a model of perfection. You notice the dust in the carriage. You find it very trying, and you linger on your breath for a few moments. You explore the breath as if you're watching the body from the outside, keenly noticing how easily you're breathing. You observe which parts of the body are moving with your breath.
Chai, chai, garam, garam, chai. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Chai, chai, garam, garam, chai. Water, water, cool drinks. Chai, garam, garam, chai. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Chai, chai.
You notice the belly, the chest, and you keep exploring, looking for smaller movements, differentiating the movements of the breath from the rocking of the train. You begin to yawn. You think that the best thing for you to do is to doze off and sleep all day, or to gaze out from time to time at the unusual sights that present themselves. You look out of the window and you find yourself on a scenic route along a dense jungle of bamboo, alternating with gardens of palms, bananas, and mangoes, with occasional patches of wheat and tobacco. Coming up to wide plains with immense number of cattle and buffaloes feeding on almost invisible stubble. Rows of fine tamarind trees, picturesque houses of bamboo and mats. Soon you reach the Ganges and cross over it. You see young boys swimming and playing on the banks. Plenty of steamer boats are parked, and fisher folk are going about their day. A small group is playing cricket by the riverside. You see the ghats, the steps by the river where people sit in small groups conversing casually while ladies wash clothes and priests perform rituals. On the streets, you see small hand-pulled carts with their drivers seemingly waiting for customers. Further along, you pass by fields of green paddy. In every field, there is a small structure elevated on poles, and in each one there is a man watching the crops and protecting them against the wild beasts. The fields go on for a while, and the neat rectangular brown borders with the green color fills make a beautiful pattern, mesmerizing the eye. Just then, you are offered a delightful tiffin in the heat of the noon. The refreshments arrangements are admirable. Soda water and tea come to you punctually every hour. And you can order them as often as you want during the day. Your co-passengers also seem to enjoy their meal. You can smell the Indian pickle and the homemade curry. There is a shiny wrapping foil and a few playing cards on the floor. You notice that the others in the compartment have already made each other's acquaintance. But the male and female elements do not seem to mix. The ladies are huddled up to one side together, while the male partners wander around, entirely careless of their existence. Still, they all seem happy enough. Soon the views outside your window changes to mountains. There are hills and valleys striking you with more wonder. At one place, the tracks make an actual loop, the train passing over a bridge which it had just passed under a few minutes before. In many of the most dangerous places, there is a substantial parapet, and trees and shrubs cover the sides of the steep hills. You soon pass the Siliguri station and see the white peak of Kanchenjunga appear over the lofty neighboring mountains, like an aerial sentinel. Passing between tea gardens with their white myrtle-like flowers, you see the interspersed silk cotton trees with their striking red blossoms. Soon you pass through a jungle. At this point, the train begins to rapidly ascend, and the forest views are spectacular. So many lofty trees, some of them having a canopy of beautiful flowers, and some of the others are covered with creepers of strange shapes. The thick forest is lush green, and the air gets cooler. A pair of deer pop out of the bushes for a moment and quickly rush back in. You look closely, hoping to catch a glimpse of some other animals around the forest. But the train is soon out of the jungle. In this manner, day succeeds night and night day. You feel dizzy but unfatigued. You hear some people pronounce the journey tedious, but it was not so for you. During the journey, you have been rarely excited, but never dull. There is sufficient variety in the constantly changing scenery, in the richness of vegetation, in the marvelous construction of the line, following the sinuosities of the mountain road, curving round in single or in double loops, plunging boldly into the jungle, switching backwards and forwards to reach a higher level, ascending higher and higher with less and less vegetation and increasingly warmer wraps. You reach the summit of the line, and after turning the corner, a sunny town comes into view, to which descent in 500 feet. The town seems very productive, and on each side of the line, most of the way were large crops of paddy, much of it underwater. In many places too, the natives were plowing in the water. The crops in some of the fields, or rather pastures, separated by low banks of earth, were a brilliant light green. In others, the grain was ripe and was being reaped with hooks by the natives, while further on, they would be threshing and stacking the straw. The women gathered up the paddy as it was reaped. We passed more fine groves of cocoa palms. Distant hills were visible inland here and there, and there were generally large sheets of water each side of the line. But the rivers which we frequently crossed were almost dry. At one point, there is a reversing station, the engine changing its position. Light cakes, bananas, and painted toys and other trifles were hawked about, and the sellers were uttering curious cries and chants. As you start the journey again, it begins to get dark. There are many tunnels, and the views of the plain far below far down below of overhanging peaks, deep gorges and precipices are very fine. The colors soon begin to change as the sun descends towards the horizon behind the hills. You are in a dreamy state now, and you faintly see the outline of the window and realize that it is late evening now. The air cools significantly, and you stretch your legs out and cover the feet with a cozy sheet. And then the night descends. The views in your compartment offer another magical spectacle. You can see the moonlight streaming in through the windows, softly lighting the whole compartment. You can just about make out the shapes of the other berths and the passengers. You are in and out of your dreams, unable to differentiate between visions and reality. Outside, the scene is very different from the green meadows of the afternoon. It's all in monochrome now. Silhouettes of trees clearly stand out against the sky. An odd leaf here and there, shining as if made out of silver, gleaming in the moonlight. The mountain ranges seem never-ending, repeating into infinity. As the train goes past a small stream, you can see the glistening light of the moon bouncing off its surface. You keep watching the ever-changing images and feel the movement of the train as if you were in a cradle, being gently rocked to sleep. You can faintly hear the train approaching a station and the station master's whistle sounding in the distance. And you think to yourself that this was one of the most beautiful train journeys you have ever taken in all your travels.